Yeah. Okay. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour. Now, as you can see, I'm not in my normal environment, and I'm excited about it because it's been a while since I've been out of the house, right? So the Weekly Warrior Happy Hour brought to you also by Champions and Legends. Now, Champions and Legends produces a hemp-derived, CBD-based sports supplements for athletic preparation, performance, and recovery. So I just want to welcome you guys. I'm excited. I'm just kind of on edge here because I have a big surprise for you. Now, I just want to also add that the Champions and Legends products are derived from organic hemp and meet all the federal legal requirements. And it's amazing because there is no psychoactive effects to any of the Champions and Legends products. So now you know that we launched a fantastic site on July 1st. We shared with you our athlete partners, James Harrison and Thor Bjornsson, and man, we also added Adam Andra and Tommy Caldwell. I call them the Spider-Men, rock climbers. And I have a legend that we are going to sit with today. And I'm telling you, I'm excited because I do enjoy boxing, and this guy has a lot to share with us, So I'm going to bring, as you can see, I'm at Fit Fight. And I'm here with Lou Savarese. What's up, buddy? All right. Come on, have a seat, and join me in the happy hour.
All right.
He's a bit bigger than me, can you tell? I thought I was a pretty large guy.
I just found out he's 1 year older than me. I can't believe it.
Well, we won't talk about that. So I'm here with you, Lou, man. I appreciate you joining me.
My pleasure, man.
And we're here at Fight Fit. And man, talk to me about this, man, because we'll talk about your career.
Sure.
But we're at your gym now, so tell me about it.
It's a concept that my partner and I, Jordan, had, and I used to train it down in my other gym downtown, Main Street Boxing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mostly pros down there, and then so we got the space, and then as you can see, we built it out, and it's been really cool. We have all our trainers are either fighters or former fighters, so you get a real authentic boxing experience, and we have it. You don't ever have more than it's one trainer per 4 people, so
it's real close.
Yeah, it's a really good workout. So it's real authentic. We have, as I just said, we have a lot of fighters, some MMA guys here too.
Okay.
So you gotta come on down and check it out.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
It doesn't smell like my other gyms.
No, you know what? That was the first thing I was going to tell you. It smells good here, not like the normal sweat box that you experience in the professional fighting world, man.
Yeah. It's really clean here, so I'm not used to that in the boxing gym. So
you're used to this is kind of too clean, right? So you have boxers here that actually are going to get out there and fight.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. We have guys that. One of our trainers is Craig Callahan. He's 18-2, and he represented the UK in the Olympics. He was, we got all kinds. We got another guy that's an MMA guy. He just won the Fury title.
The Fury title?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we got a bunch of guys.
He's got some guys here.
Yeah, real guys.
He's definitely got some guys here. I noticed when I first came in, there were a lot of women.
Yeah.
Coming, going out, and so how do the women enjoy putting on the gloves and getting out there and doing this?
The boxing is so it's really, not to get off on a tangent, but even I got certified to teach people with Parkinson's patients.
Really?
I have Parkinson's. Yeah, it's gotten really prevalent. There's a place in Indianapolis called Rocksteady Boxing, and I went out there. It's a 3-day deal, and it's amazing. But the reason I'm saying that is boxing is very cerebral. You have to hear it. You have to hear what the trainer's saying. You have to locate the pad and hit it. For an able-bodied person, it's easier. But for the people with the Parkinson's, it's very good for them. And also, we have a lot of businessmen here too, and they get out of their head. You can't really.
Yeah.
It's the only time during the day they get to relax. don't know if you know, but it's a little bit volatile out there right now.
It is a little bit volatile for everybody out there
weird,
right now.
Weird times, yeah. So yeah, the women seem to really like it. I mean, from two aspects, it's a great workout aesthetically. You know, we have guys at the downtown gym that have never touched a weight, but they're, you know, aesthetically their bodies are crazy good, and the women get a great look over here, so I like that. And then also, you know, some women are angry too, so it gets, you know,
everybody gets angry, man. Everybody gets angry. The
Actually,
ladies
a
get
little
angry too.
Yeah, so
that's
they take
right.
it out, you know, on the pad. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's good for
That's
the
very
husband,
cool,
too.
man. You know, I mean, there's so many things I want to ask you, and I know my friends want to ask you a bunch of questions as well. But let's talk a little bit about, you know, like the gym,
Sure.
and then what type of, you know. In fact, when I walked in, I'm not going to say the guy's name, but there was a Texan in
Oh,
here.
you get that? He
Is it mine?
No,
Go
he's
ahead,
a great
go
guy.
ahead.
Yeah, we're talking about.
So you want to tell me about that? I mean, because
Jerry Conley, just
Yeah.
an amazing athlete. He's a cornerback, and I mean, I couldn't believe it. This is his second time. You wouldn't believe it. I mean, he's hitting, and just, you know, just a different level athlete.
one of the
He's
Texans,
amazing.
Darion?
Yeah.
Darion Coleman. So he's
Conley.
Conley.
Darion Conley, and then we have Andre Hale that comes in, and he used to be a Texan.
Okay.
We got a lot of guys that come in here. It's great for the footwork and
Footwork, and then
hands too,
hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, and it's really really intense. The cardiovascular end of it is really good. So,
Right.
Yeah, and you hit these bags. They're 200 pounds, so it's one of the best ways of getting resistance training and getting cardiovascular training the same way. You're hitting that. You know, you've seen. I show people fighters from the 1900s, early 1900s, and their bodies are amazing. I mean,
Right.
Jack Johnson, he looked like a bodybuilder, but he never touched a weight in his life.
Really?
Nah, these guys, it's just hitting these bags and doing that. It's
The
just,
training,
yeah.
the overall full body training that you
Yeah.
get from boxing is complete. All right, let me ask you this question here. Now we're gonna move a little bit
Go
more
ahead, buddy.
into
It's your
your
show.
career and everything. No, it's your show, baby.
Nah,
So
yeah.
I tell you what, our products are about preparation,
Yeah.
performance, and recovery, and boxing is the epitome of that. You know, you have to go through specific things to get to your goal.
Yeah.
So the preparation part, you guys train a ton for maybe 5-10 minutes worth of fighting.
Yeah, could be.
So what it could be longer, but of
No,
course,
you're right. No, but I mean, you train for, obviously, you're training for, it's going to go, 12 rounds, and that's it. But sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes it's a lot quicker. Yeah.
Sometimes.
I've been on both ends. So.
Yeah. I got you. We'll talk about that too.
I know.
So like, what do you do? What do you recommend your young boxers in preparation? Because they get beat up a little bit in preparation. So
Yeah.
there's a little bit of things that they got to be ready for pain wise.
There's no shortcut. There's some guys that have done it quicker than others, but there's a process to it. It's almost like a good pitcher, a good quarterback. There's some maturation that has to happen. So, we have guys. There's different echelons. You get to the point that each time you have to get those, benchmarks to do it. So there's
Right.
really no shortcut. So and you've probably been around this a little bit, but you'll see guys that are just the most amazing athletes. I mean, it's incredible, but they won't train. So
But they won't.
You need the total package there, guys that that are willing to train. That's the thing I hate about Floyd Mayweather. I love the guy, but people don't see how hard he trains. His uncle was my roommate, Roger. We used to train down here together.
Okay.
And Roger, definitely the best natural fighter I've ever seen.
Wow.
But he wouldn't train. I mean, he was great. I mean, he could still fight. He's still a world champion. But if he ever trained like Floyd did, he'd still be champion.
He'd still be champion.
But Floyd, people don't see that. But he'll be in the gym. Roger used to tell me he'll be in the gym at 2 in the morning. He's just a hyper guy.
Really?
Yeah, trains like an animal, and that's why he's so good at what he does.
Makes you.
So it's very hard to get the total package, but when you do get that guy, I mean, you got some guys like I was too scared, but I would train. The knock on me, I trained too hard. A lot of the trainers wanted me to pull back because I was just training too hard. Maybe it was fear or whatever, but I just wanted to know I was in the best shape I could be in.
But it got you places.
Yeah.
It got you places.
Yeah.
No
I
question
wasn't
about
that
it.
bad. I just trained real hard.
So the preparation is about discipline.
Yeah.
Now, when guys, it's time to fight. Where does anxiety kick in?
It's a great question. Each fighter, everybody gets scared or nervous. Or Foreman, it's one of my favorite stories. Foreman told me, I used to train with him, and he told me that when he was getting ready to fight Joe Frazier, he was so scared that Frazier would hear his knees banging together because he couldn't stop his knees banging together. And if you remember the fight, Foreman went down and annihilated him, literally picked him up off the ground, knocked his teeth out. It was in the Bahamas. It was crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's, so it's how you channel that anger or that fear or whatever works for you, So a lot of guys do get nervous or do get scared. For me, in the beginning, I get nervous when I was first, but by the end of later on my career, I was really calm, and I did a lot of affirmations. That really helped me. That took
Affirmations, and they're doing that's popular, really popular.
Yeah, that took me from here to here. Like I just had this realization. I was fighting and I was doing good, but I wasn't doing great like I was doing in the gym. And I was like, wait a second, just something came over me. If I can do it once, I can do it again another time. So it's not physical, it's something mental. So I started doing affirmations, and it took me from, I was a big underdog with Foreman, and people felt I won. It was a close fight, really close fight, split decision. But everybody, I think 22 sports writers picked me to get knocked out. And it was a really good fight. So, but that took me from here to here, and doing the affirmations. So it really helped.
Okay, so now we get into the recovery space.
Yeah.
Fight's over, bruises, banged up, bang the heck up.
Yeah.
What is the first thing you do when you are coming off of a fight and you know that you have to start the recovery process?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just, a lot of guys would go out the night of the fight and stuff. That wasn't my thing. I just wanted, it was from two reasons. One, I was usually physically just tired, but mentally I was just wiped. I just wanted to hang out with my family and relax or whatever. My brother, I had the same entourage from kid all the way up. It was always my brother, my family, so it was fun. But I just, that would be it. And then the next day, my mom would make me eggplant parmesan, and I would go to town, man. That would be it. So I put on, after the Foreman fight, I put on 17 pounds in 2 days.
Whoa, yeah. 17 pounds, and you hear that? 17 pounds in 2 days
I was almost
after the Foreman fight.
Yeah, 17 pounds in 2 days.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah,
that's not even healthy, bro.
We weren't worried about healthy right there. I was just I was making.
But you had you didn't put in so much work, and it was a very disciplined journey.
Yeah.
So to get in there, what about what did you do back then? Because if we're talking about now, I don't know.
20 years.
20 years now. What did you do back then when, with muscle soreness and those type of things? I
was a lot more forward thinking than most of, boxing's a little bit, you don't have all the sports medicine guys and everything, but I had a great strength coach, Tim Hallmark, who was with Holyfield. He got really famous with Holyfield, but he was great. And we had some, relatively speaking, some alternative stuff. I was a really big advocate of deep tissue massage.
Deep tissue massage.
Kenny Owens, that a lot of the athletes used to go to. Olajuwon called him the Miracle Man. I mean, very, very deep tissue. I did a lot of rolfing and a lot of stuff in my mind too. I did a lot of stuff. So
mental, deep tissue massage, and roughing.
Roughing, similar to deep tissue. It's just they manipulate the fascia. It's pretty cool.
Man, so that's huge. So too bad CBD wasn't involved back in that day. It would have been.
I'm a big advocate of CBD.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Are you using any particular type?
I don't know.
So do you take it orally? Okay. So are you using it also on the muscles?
I haven't. Somebody told me it's really bad. Believe it or not, knock on wood, I don't get too sore.
You don't get too sore anymore.
No, I did. I was back home in New York, and I flipped the tire, a 400-pound tire, and there was an NFL player who had the record, and then I beat the record 69 times. I was sore the next day.
Yeah, really a little sore or a lot of sore?
I couldn't move for like 2 days.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you use it? Do you use CBD for like sleep?
Yeah.
Or was it
sleep? I come from a long line of insomniacs.
Ah, insomnia.
But it also helps with it seems to help me with the aches and the pains.
The overall aches and pains, getting back in there and bouncing around.
Yeah, because I even now I still sparring and everything. I still do stuff.
Okay.
I like to go 100%.
Well, let me share something with you.
All right.
I have some experience in boxing. I didn't know. You guys don't know this, but I was a big weigh-in guy. The weigh-in when everybody gets together and they go nose to nose and they talk trash.
Yeah.
That's my boxing experience.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm a good trash talker. I'm gonna knock you in the next week.
When you have to fight, though.
Well, the fight part that I kind of fell off at that point, but that's where I win is in the weigh-in. So that was new. So tell me about your weigh-ins, man. What was that like?
That was. My first one. The first big one was I fought Buster Mathis, and I beat him in on the main event on ESPN. I fought him in in Palm Springs, California. I fought him out there. It was pretty cool. We fought, and then I went from there. I went to the Tyson Holyfield fight, the first one. I went out there. I went there. It was fun. But going out there and fighting those guys, it was fun. But the weigh-in for that was my biggest. But then when I fought Foreman, it was just
crazy.
Our weigh-ins were at the formerly the World Trade Center at the Windows of the World, and then we opened the Bell, the stock exchange. We opened the New York Stock Exchange.
Nice.
It was so cool.
Nice.
But I was in awe. I was just like, and they did the worst thing I could ever do. They told me to get up there and just say something about myself, and it was terrible. I didn't say. And then fast forward, my last fight when I fought Holyfield, they couldn't shut me up.
They couldn't shut you up. They're like, I got plenty to say. That's awesome.
It's just like anything else, public speaking. Once you get used to it, but at first, it's really scary.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, okay, we passed the weigh-in. Everybody wants to know. Let me see. Wait a second. I got a couple of questions I know that folks want to ask. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, now that Tyson's fighting Roy, somebody wants to know. What do you think?
I have a history with both of them. Roy we were roommates probably 3 or 4 times in the Olympic Training Center. And he's a really great guy and just an amazing athlete. I mean, crazy. I mean, he played basketball, you just run. Any sport he played, he probably could have been great at. But this is how do I say it? I mean, he can't hang with Tyson. Tyson's just way too big.
Still?
Yeah, no, Tyson's so big. I mean, he hits so hard, and Roy's getting old, and
that's true.
Guys that, as you saw with Foreman, guys that rely on their power, they can go a lot longer, a lot further. Walcott did it, Jersey Joe Walcott, guys did it, but guys that rely on speed, it doesn't work real well, because if you lose a fraction of a second, that's the difference between getting hit and not getting hit. And I tell people, and you can look at it, I truly believe this, Roy got hit more in his last 3 fights than in his whole career. I mean,
wow.
Because you're just slowing down a fraction of an inch.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the hand is quicker than the eye, unfortunately.
Jeez.
Yeah, so, I mean, Tyson's just so big and strong, I don't think Roy can hurt him. But,
Okay. So since we're talking about...
This is going to be, it's an exhibition, and they're nice guys now. Tyson,
this is an exhibition. Yeah. This isn't like... For
no.
This is
okay. This is exhibition. So.
Still, I don't want to be in the ring for an exhibition either. Okay? I don't. But, hey.
I would love to. I would love to have... I'd love to have a rematch with Tyson. We were texting each other a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so...
A rematch with Tyson? Well, you heard it here first.
No. Well, I got to go through because he I didn't know this, but he admitted in an interview in a book actually that he was doing drugs before the fight. This is when he's a different person now. But 2 hours before the fight, he was doing cocaine and stuff. So I want to have a fair fight. So
okay. But that would since we're talking about it, I'm gonna just name a boxer. You tell me your thoughts on the program. Sure. Holyfield.
I mean, he was a great fighter, probably the most heart. I mean, the guy, I hit him harder than I hit anybody, and I thought he was going to be down and out, and he came back and knocked me down in the next round. And just a lot of heart. I mean, he wasn't that big of a guy, but I mean, when I first really was enamored by the guy was when he fought Riddick Bowe, who was probably the hardest puncher I ever fought him. He went toe-to-toe with Bowe and beat Bowe, it was crazy. But
Riddick Bowe?
Yeah, Bowe could punch. Oh, my God.
You got hit by Bowe?
Oh, yeah, Bowe could punch. He should. Most guys would agree he should have probably been the greatest heavyweight ever. He just, he's kind of a crazy guy. Good guy, but just...
couldn't stay focused.
Yeah, no, I couldn't stay focused. He was crazy. Man, could he fight. He was unbelievable.
I've seen it on the TV. Never seen anything live.
He actually won. The people don't notice about Bowe. He won the Junior Olympics at 147 pounds. Yeah, so he's been fighting.
So he's been fighting for a long time.
Yeah, a long time. A lot of experience. He beat me to go to the '88 Olympics. He beat me in the Olympic trials. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah.
When did you start boxing?
Right after my senior year in high school. My dad fought, and my uncle was a pro fighter. My uncle had 18 pro fights, so we were always around him. My dad didn't want us to fight, and then finally, after my senior year of high school, I was doing it just messing around, but then I wanted to do it seriously. He let me go ahead.
So you gave in, huh?
Yeah, let me go ahead and do it. He didn't want me to fight. I mean, for all the right reasons, getting hit and stuff. You always want more for your kid than what you got. So
no doubt.
But anyway, once I started doing it, he really supported me and everything.
Okay.
So it was cool.
The family support is important.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna throw another name at you. Foreman.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, the guy, probably the greatest comeback ever. I mean, if you think about it,
Yes.
and I tell people from a boxing standpoint, it was amazing because if you looked at Foreman early on in his career, he couldn't go to knock on him. He couldn't do 4 or 5 rounds. Remember, Ali did the rope-a-dope with him, and he would get tired because he threw everything so hard. But then fast forward 20 years later, and he's, obviously not the same guy. He looks, used to be in the diners. Then he looks, big, heavy guy, but he was so relaxed in there, and he was just see everything. I mean, it was amazing. I mean,
it became a mental game.
Oh yeah. He was so relaxed. I mean, he still trained hard and everything, lived clean, but he was just so smart in there. He would anticipate so well, and he was just really relaxed. But the thing that changed him in his comeback was that he had such a good jab. What's his name? Archie Moore came and worked with him and had him. He had no jab. Foreman had no jab. He was just boom and throw it. But then in his comeback, I mean, that was probably his best.
That's what brought him back.
Oh yeah, it was unbelievable. He would just stand guys up with that jab. So that was amazing. I mean, to come back at that age and be that competitive.
Oh, big time, big time. I'm going to take a question here. Let me see what we got. Okay. Someone just asked about Tyson Fury.
Oh, I like him. I got a kick out of the guy. He's, he's a real guy. I mean, I love his antics, and I really just get a kick out of him. I like watching him and stuff. But he can fight.
So he's more than a showman.
Oh yes, yeah. These guys, he's been doing it for a long time. You can see he's got some pedigree, and he had a big amateur career. But he's a big, strong guy. Very hard to fight. I mean, it's just
because he's got defense.
Yeah,
what makes him so?
He's awkward. I mean, he just throws punches from really weird angles, and it's very hard. And it's very hard to emulate him and to get a sparring partner. I think about it, like, who could you get that could emulate this guy? 6'9". He's just awkward guy. He's a hard guy to fight. I mean, really hard.
6'9".
Man, he's a big dude.
Doorway is 6'8". Okay.
They're all big guys. I mean, Wilder's a big guy too. These guys are big, man. Big men.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Tyson. I thought they called it too early. That was what I thought.
But yeah, I wish, as a fighter, you always want to go more. And we thought they stopped the fight because he hit the referee, so we just assumed we had won the fight. And I went back and we didn't know what happened. So the referee was kind of a little bit. What's the word I'm looking for? He's a little bit discombobulated and stuff. He didn't really know what was going on. So we were really surprised. But, listen, Tyson, such a good puncher, and he could have, hurt me the next round or something. I don't know. I mean, I've been down a bunch of times and come back, but I would have liked, the whole objective with him was try and get him in the later rounds, but I think because he wasn't as in shape as he used to be.
Right.
But he's just one of the most prolific punchers. The thing that's amazing, he covers the distance so quickly. It's crazy how quick he can get from point A to PB. Yeah, it's it's amazing. I mean, there's guys that are big and strong, and there's guys that are quick, but he's one of the few guys that are big and strong and very quick too.
How tall is he? I mean,
probably 5'10".
Yeah, 5'10". I thought he didn't seem that. I saw him in Vegas one time, and I won't tell you the story, but I saw him in Vegas, and we passed right by each other, and I'll tell you the story, but. He didn't seem that tall to me.
No, he's not that tall. He's put together. He's so quick. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, I used to go watch his fights. My dad and I would go watch him up in when he fought in the Catskills early on. He'd fight around all around New York and go watch the fights. It's just amazing how quick he was.
Well, it seems like, you guys are friends now. You got all these guys are friends. I mean, because to the general public, you think you guys would be enemies for life.
No, there was, besides Tyson, and we're friends now, but there was never, I mean, literally, when I fought Witherspoon, I felt so bad beating him. He's just the nicest guy you ever met. He was all the guys. I never had Tyson. He was just, he had some issues. We all do, but so at that fight, I wasn't. But we're friends again. But out of all my fights, 50 fights, the only one guy I didn't really get along with. But everybody else, I mean, it's a business. You're going in there.
That's true. That's true.
That's what it is. I mean,
you mentioned Witherspoon.
Yeah.
You mentioned Witherspoon. Now he seemed to be light for.
Seemed to be what?
Light, like he didn't seem to be as solid.
No, he was heavy, but he could just fight, man. He had big right hand, and he got a lot of problems with King. Took a lot of his money and everything, so there was some bad blood with him. But he just nobody. You never get an easy fight. I think myself and Bone Crusher were the only two guys to knock him out. I mean, he was in there with everybody, and I got him just because I just out hustled him. He got tired like this 5th or 6th round.
See, little things can make a difference in a fight.
And on paper, that looked bad for me because he throws a big looping right hand, probably one of the best overhand rights, him and Norton, and I get hit with overhand rights, but I just stayed away from it. So,
Do you think I could get into it?
Oh, absolutely, man. Look at you, man. In shape, man.
He said I'm in shape. You hear that? I hope you guys heard that. He thinks I'm in shape. I like it. I like it.
Represent, man.
So
we're in our 40s now.
Yes, we're in our 40s. I like it. See, I love this guy, man. I love this guy.
You gotta represent.
Well, I tell you what. We have a special thing for you because I'm gonna put some gloves on, and me and the champ will go a little round. So you guys, are you down for that? Okay, just don't hit me. Just don't hit me. All right, hang with us, y'all. I'm gonna move the camera to see the ring, and we're gonna do this. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. All right, champ. Let's go do this, man. Let's just take a couple of rounds. You know, not a couple of rounds. My buns. I'm not gonna. Let's see. Is that gonna cover the ring? Yeah, that should cover it. That should cover it. There we go. All right, we're gonna do a little bit here. Oh, take the hat off, you know. Yeah, and I also got the shoes. I got the shoes.
I didn't know you were serious.
All right, putting on the gloves. And he's gonna let me dance around here for a minute. All right. See if I can. How do you do this without a coach? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Slide them in. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, I hope you guys are ready because we're going to get it. All right. You ready for me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we're going over the top. We slide through. Oh, it can go. That can be dangerous. All right. So what do we do? What do we do? Okay. Okay, so I have. Okay. Whoa! Watch out now! Watch out! All right. What do we do?
Left and right, man.
Oh, I'm going both ways. Okay, I'm jabbing my left. Okay. Ooh, watch out now. Is that the phrase?
George Jefferson.
George Jefferson working? All right, so see, I'm doing one little thing here. I'm dancing. Hey, you guys, you like that? Oh!
Protect yourself at all times.
Protect yourself at all times. All right, thank you. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, it was cool. Hey, guys, this has been a lot of fun. I don't know if you can see it all.
I made it.
But I didn't lose too much.
It's a little winded, though.
I didn't lose my pride too much. But he caught me slipping, showboating. And man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That was a good time. The Weekly Warrior Happy Hour is taking a whole new flight. And maybe a whole new round. That's what it is. So thank you for just enduring this journey with me. Once again, Champions and Legends produces hemp-derived CBD-based sports supplements for athletic preparation, performance, and recovery. And now I need to recover from that half a round of boxing with the champ, Lou Savarese. Cheers, stay safe, and stay positive.